but I'm blinded by the sun. I'm reborn in every moment, so who knows what I'll become.
It's just me claiming my name. It's me claiming who I am. And when there's so much chaos around me, that's important for anybody in their life to be able to claim who they are.
We're the next generation coming up, and that's frightening sometimes to think about when you have I have a platform, and I try my hardest to understand what that means. But it's up to us. We're the ones that are going to dictate what the future is going to look like.
You put this pressure on yourself because you look at other people and you think that's what you should be like, but ultimately what makes people them is the fact that they are themselves. And if that's in high heels and killing it, that's awesome. But if it's not, that's equally as awesome. It baffles me that a computer screen thinks that people think they can just say whatever they want. And what I've always said is that I just keep going. I constantly keep going, because if I didn't, what would I show my fans? If I allowed that to break me down, it wouldn't mean that I'm strong enough for them. So I try to focus on all the love, and it's so hard to do. It
sounds
hard.
It does honestly sound very difficult.
Because you want to just be like, well, these people like me, but this one doesn't. Why? But they don't know me. I want them to know me and understand my mind. It doesn't. It's exhausting, and it will never make you happy. Every little thing counts. I always say that ever since I've started, whether it's volunteering or donating or even just telling people. It's as simple as that. I mean, talking to your family about it, talking to your friends about it. I met a young girl who was 12, and her 6 of her friends raised $3,000 for UNICEF. So just things like that, really encouraging for helping others and for yourself.
I think the whole world talks about me freely, evidently. So, no, I think it's not. It's about me sharing what I feel, and it's in general, it's exactly what everybody else feels. So, they could, of course, write as whatever they'd like to write, but at the end of the day, I know my story, and that was what I wanted to say. I think my music has evolved, but ultimately, what caused that to really kind of happen was personal experience, being exhausted of a routine that maybe wasn't where I should be. Kind of doing a lot of soul searching, not in a cheesy way, just figuring out what my voice was going to be. To the public, I mean, half of these girls who are saying things would never say it to someone's face. It's the idea and the illusion of being able to say whatever you want, however you want, the meanest thing you can say, and nobody at the end of the day will know it's you. And I'm human, so of course it hurts my feelings, and I don't like reading it. But ultimately, I've eventually gotten to the point where I laugh at it, and I have incredible fans, and I'm really happy. I'm glad that I didn't really have this perfect path. I think it really allowed me and pushed me to be who I am, the authentic me, who I want. It challenged me, and I don't know, I feel like I'm in a really great place now, so it's good. Wouldn't take it back for the world. Everything. The past 2 years have been kind of a transitional season for me, whether it was personally or professionally. I was in search of some sort of identity in every aspect of my life. I also felt like I needed to be heard. There was so much going on, and I needed to go in and translate that into my music. And you can hear it. That's why the first song on the album is called Revival. I mean, it's always kind of been embedded in my family. You know, we really didn't have a lot growing up, and my hand-me-downs, and for Thanksgiving we would go to soup kitchens, and it was just kind of always in our nature to give back. So now that we as a family are doing really well, and we're super blessed, it's just kind of a given. You have to do what you can, because you have the weight of the world on you, and you do, I had a lot of people not wanting to think I could do it, right. They were almost saying and already projecting it onto me. And when I spent the year working on this record, there were moments where I was a complete wreck. I was like, I am getting way too in my head. I don't know what I'm going to say. What if people don't like the way this is coming out? And then I had to realize that I had to make it for me.
When I heard it, I feel like my fans need this song right now, especially with Twitter and Facebook. It's really negative for me, and I feel like a lot of people are dealing with...
Hold on, what do you mean the Facebook and Twitter's negative?
No, not necessarily that's negative, but within that world, it's just such an easy... Yeah, there's just such easy access to people's feelings.
Yeah.
So I think that this song is such a great message for my fans, and it really touched me when I heard it, and I thought it would be perfect for my fans.
It's called Who Said It.
You are who you surround yourself with. And that's why I've come to We Day and why I've been coming to We Day for so many years. This positive, hopeful energy is a life force. Everyone that we met tonight and every one of you inspire me to be better every single day, to be present, to be mindful, to be compassionate, and to be human. So thank you so much.
Tonight we are going to dream big about a world where we have all the power to live loud and take a stand for everything we believe in. Whatever challenges we face as a country, there is more that unites us than divides. No matter what you're passionate about, we are making our voices heard. So let's see how loud we can be.
Well, my outlook on it is that, quote unquote, child stars, if you will, they're easy targets. You know what I mean? It's like, if I actually sit down with the grown-ups who are writing horrible things about me and say, what were you doing at 16? What were you doing at 18? What were you doing at 21? And I'm not perfect, and I've made mistakes, and it's just easy. We're just easy. It's like kids are so easy, because when you're married and you're doing stuff, they're going to find other problems, but it's not as intense as it is when you're trying to grow up and figure out who you are.
Fashion is about individual style and wearing something that makes you feel good.
I'd like to see the day when all young women can realize their dreams of life without a lupus. This is why I'm committed to the Lupus Research Alliance, so that none of us are alone, especially the young women that I've grown up with and heard many stories. Just want to say thank you, and I hope that we can do something for all of the younger people who need to know what this means, so thank you.